Are you all being held to an unfair standard? If so, what is it, and what standard should you be held to?
It's good to see you tonight. Thanks for having me. As far as the standard, law enforcement should always be held to a high standard. The U.S. Border Patrol, absolutely we should be held to a high standard, and the reason for that is we are a high-performing organization. I think the disconnect there, though, with the media is they're not holding us to any standard because they have no standards, or at least most of them. And by what I mean by that is when you take a snippet or a few words that are spoken and spread that as gospel without any context, as you just said, and it ends up being a lie, and then the news media does not go back and correct that lie, then they become the problem. And that's what we're seeing here in Minneapolis, is oftentimes they take things out of context. Sometimes it seems purposely, and it ends up causing us, law enforcement, who are already held to high standards, a lot more problems.
Okay. And understandably, you all have faced an enormous amount of danger. And I appreciate that. I've been out in these crowds before, especially during BLM, and then spent a lot of time in these crowds overseas. I want to play for you the vice president talking about the use of chemical munitions, tear gas is what we would commonly call it, on protesters. Here you go.
We don't employ the kind of tactics that are only necessary when violence is committed against officers. That is these guys' directive, and that's what we're going to try to do.
Okay, only necessary when violence is committed. This clip has gone around the world. At one point today, I looked up, I saw it playing on 3 different cable news channels of you personally throwing a tear gas canister. Take a look.
I'm in the gas. Get back. Gas is coming. Gas on film. Gas on film. We're filming you. Gas on film, Bovino. Gas on film. You just gassed me.
To you, what does that clip show?
Sure. Well, what J.D. Vance, the vice president, said, he said it very well. If you look at that clip, what you see directly behind me are Border Patrol agents that had just been assaulted. One of them was spit on. As that individual that spit on a Border Patrol agent was taken into custody, several other suspects came in and tried to intervene physically, both body checking Border Patrol agents as well as physically wrestling with Border Patrol agents to try to free the original suspect that spit. That, with a chaotic situation, objects being thrown, agents being boxed in by vehicles, it was probably past the time for myself to deploy that less lethal munition.
Yep.
And that term less lethal is just that, less lethal. If we didn't have less lethal, what would we be left with? I think that's a question that a lot of these media, and they seem to leave that out. Do they want fisticuffs and guns? Or do we want to use less lethal to keep people safe, to keep our officers safe? And that's what we did in that particular instance. And guess what? It worked.
Yep,
the crowd
it
dispersed.
does. I've been in enough tear gas. I've been in enough tear gas, Commander. I understand that.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.